Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Frank's Handyman. Today we're going to be working here on this house. What we're going to be doing is going to be working here on this bathroom. We're going to be ripping apart the floor here and then putting a new one. We're also going to do smaller details on the wall. We're going to be doing some patching there, putting some mud and doing a little bit of things like that. Here right now where he's scraping are the sections that we're going to be putting the mud. And once they put the mud later on, they're going to wait till it dries because they're also going to put a little bit of texture on there just so it matches the rest of the wall. And right now he's going to be spreading out the mud in this whole section, and then he's going to move on to rip it off all of the floor to put on the new one. Before taking out all of the floor, he had to take off all the trim around as well. He has to take out the door because we're going to have to work under it. So he's just going to remove the door out of the way. That way it's a lot easier once he's going to be taking off the floor. Right now, like I mentioned, he's also just taking all the extra trim that's all around. And then he's going to be ripping out all of the floor. Now that he took all of the trim off, you can see that it's a lot easier now to take off and rip the rest of the flooring here. Now that they ripped off the floor, he's just going to be putting a little extra mud here, and then they're going to wash off a lot of the dirt that's on the back. On the background, not necessarily where they're putting the backsplash, just on the wall itself. And because they're going to also, later on, they're going to be painting it. But right now, they're going to get into putting the flooring. As you're going to see right now, this is the flooring that they're going to put. It's vinyl flooring. They're just going to have to sweep off any type of dust. That way, it does not intervene when setting down the flooring here. And right now, for the rest of the video, what you're really going to be seeing is just them laying down the floor, seeing how they do the techniques to do the cuts, the markings, and then they're also going to be, like I'm saying, just showing you guys how to do those cuts that are really the most difficult ones, which are the ones around the toilet, doing the one right there by the vent, and then transitioning into the hallway a little bit. So those are really, this corner section here is the most difficult part that they have to deal with. And as you guys can see now, he's already got that section there on from where the vent is. So what he's doing now is just capping it. That way they click. So these pieces have to do like a little click. That ensures that they're not going to be moving from each other. So that's the most important part when putting this, is that it clicks. That way they make, like I said, it makes sure that they're not going to be moving later on. Also important to use floor spacers. So right now that's what he's going to be putting on as well. This tightens up the floor also. So this is the piece that transitions more towards the hallway. Then we set down another piece, and unfortunately, our client decided that they wanted to have a different type of flooring. So it was no big deal. It was not much. So we just removed it afterwards. But you guys got to see some of the harder cuts that we had to make here and how to do them and transitioning. So tomorrow we'll have a whole new project, so stay tuned for that. Eventually we'll come back and finish this one once we get the new floor. But I hope you guys enjoyed this part, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.